Do you know, sometimes, the smallest action we take, an injustice that seems minor, can become the very reason for our downfall? Today's story is not just a tale of the past, but a mirror for our lives, showing what arrogance and injustice can do. Once upon a time, in a small coastal town, there lived a fisherman. He was poor, but his heart was rich with patience and gratitude. Every morning before the first light of dawn, he would go to the sea, his hands rough, his clothes simple, but his eyes full of hope. For him, the sea was both a test and a blessing. Some days it gave him nothing, and his children slept hungry. Other days, a single fish was enough to bring joy to his small home. The impact of small action. On one such morning, after hours of struggle, he finally caught a large, shining fish. His heart leapt with joy, and thought of how his children's faces would light up when he brought food home. Holding the fish tightly, he walked back with a smile, already planning to sell it and buy bread, maybe even a little extra treat for his family. But destiny had another turn waiting for him. On the way, a wealthy man, known in the town for his arrogance, crossed his path. This man had everything: fine clothes, servants, and gold coins in his pockets. Yet his heart was poor, empty of compassion. When his eyes fell on the fish, greed overcame him. He stopped the fisherman and demanded, "Give me that fish." The fisherman lowered his gaze and replied humbly, "Sir, this is all I have for today. My children are waiting for me. Please let me keep it." But arrogance makes a man deaf. The rich man laughed mockingly, snatched the fish, and walked away. The fisherman stood there, frozen, his eyes filling with tears. He looked up at the sky and whispered softly, "Ya Allah, you see everything. I leave my matter to you." That was it. No shouting, no revenge, no curses, just a silent dua from the heart of an oppressed man. And do you know what our beloved Prophet said? "Beware of the dua of the oppressed, for there is no barrier between it and Allah." The rich man took the fish home, boasting to his family. But when he tried to cut it open, something unexpected happened. The fish twisted and bit his hand. He shook it off, laughed, and said, "It's nothing, just a small wound." But within hours, pain began to burn through his hand. By night, the wound had swollen, and by morning, it had turned dark, throbbing with poison. Doctors were called. Oils, herbs, and ointments were applied, but the infection spread faster than their cures. Soon, his hand turned black. To save his life, the doctors cut it off. His cries of pain echoed through the town. People whispered, "This is the result of the fisherman's fish. This is Allah's justice." But the punishment did not stop. The poison traveled further, first to his arm, then his leg. One by one, his body parts were amputated. The man who once walked proudly through the streets, head high, was now reduced to lying helpless, begging for mercy. His wealth could not save him. His pride could not protect him. As he suffered, he kept asking, "Why me? What did I do to deserve this?" And people reminded him of the fisherman. They said, "You took the only source of his survival. You mocked his poverty. You invited his dua against you. This is not a sickness, it is justice." This story spread across the land as a warning. And here lies the lesson for us. Arrogance blinds the heart. It makes us believe we are untouchable, above everyone else. But Allah reminds us in the Quran, "Indeed, Allah does not like the arrogant, the boastful." This waqiah teaches us three powerful truths. 1. The dua of the oppressed never fails. Even if it is whispered in silence, it rises directly to Allah. 2. Injustice destroys barakah. What you snatch unjustly may look like gain, but it carries hidden poison that will harm you. 3. Wealth and power cannot stop Allah's decree. The strongest walls, the best doctors, the finest palaces, none can protect you from the justice of Allah. Think about it. How often do we ignore the pain of others? How often do we think, It doesn't matter, I can get away with it. But every action matters. Every tear matters. Every dua matters. The fisherman's fish was small, but it carried a huge test. The rich man thought he had won by taking it, but in reality, he had lost everything. So, what about us? What kind of people are we becoming? Are we those who take advantage of the weak, or those who protect them? Are we among the arrogant, or among the humble? Because in the end, Allah's justice is perfect. It may come after days, months, or even years, but it will come. And sometimes, as in this story, He shows it in this world before the hereafter, so that we may take heed. So the next time you're tempted to take something that isn't yours, or to mock someone weaker than you, remember the story of the fish. Remember the rich man who lost his limbs because of arrogance. And remember the fisherman whose silent dua shook the heavens. And ask yourself, do you want your story to end like his? Or do you want to walk the path of humility, kindness, and justice? The choice, my friends, is ours. Never underestimate the dua of the oppressed. Never think a small act of injustice will go unnoticed. Allah sees everything, and His justice never fails. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to share it with others so they too can benefit. I upload such meaningful Islamic stories and reminders every single day, so make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon to stay connected. Your one like, your one share, can become a source of guidance for someone, and a reward for you in the hereafter.